We continue on through the Saxon poets Vīta Carolī, and we're on the page that starts with Rex autem Carolus. So in standard form, I'll read the whole thing at once in the poetic form, and then we'll go through it line by line. Rex autem Carolus, cerebravit natiniaco, natalim domini, nec non Pascalia festa. Paulo Romane de functo praesule sedis, suscepit posthunc Adrianus pontificatum. Et rex ormatium Carolus collegit in urbem, francorum proceres ad concilium generale, cum quibus ut bello Saxones aggrederetur decrevit. Quoniam Saxonum proxima Francis ad iacetad Boream telus, vix limite certo, divisi gentis fines utriusque cohaerent, quae tum vicinae quo plus regione fuere, tanto se iunctas animis discordia fecit, finitimos serenem peragros, utrimque solebant, assidue fieri ceres, in cindia praede, Saxonum natura ferox et pectora dura, fere jugum Christi nectum dignata suave, demonico nimium fuerant errore subacta. So, kind of a longer page, so we'll try to move right along here. So, therefore, or however, King Charlemagne, Rex Carolus, celebrated in Atiniaco. So we celebrated in Atingi. And a little note here, if you purchase the book, it comes with a set of maps, which are kind of useful. I won't reference these a ton in the videos because it's kind of a pain to jump back and forth to the end of the book. If you buy the print copy, it's super easy because this is the very last page in the book. So Atingi is kind of right there, pretty close to Paris. So there's, Paris, there's Atingi. This is a detail of this view. If you want to see the whole, map there of the Frankish realm, there you go. So they're meeting right there to have a council. We return to the page we were on. So we celebrated in Atingi Christmas, literally the birth of the Lord. A neck known as a grammatical construction consisting of two words that means also. And also the Paschal feast, meaning Easter. You could think of neck known as kind of like a double negative. So not the Easter feast. So also the Paschal or Easter feast. And with Paulo praesule redis, so we've got a ablative absolute going on here. So Paulo is Pope. Let's see, I put this in my notes. Paul the First, who was Pope from May 29th, 757 to 767. And then we've got praesule, which is the president, and that's in the ablative there. So Paul, the Roman president, or the Roman president of the seat, which means he's the Pope. There's a couple different phrases that they'll use to refer to being the Pope. Pontificatum is one. The Roman praesuo, the Roman president, would be another one. So I shouldn't belabor this point anymore. Pope Paul I is Pope. He dies defuncto. You could have, it's an ablative absolute, so you just need the ablative version there. And that's a perfect passive participle. So Paul, the president of the Roman seat, having died, Adrianus undertook, after this one, meaning after Pope Paul, the pontificate. And then I've got a little notes about which Paul this was, and some interesting notes on the numberings of Pope Stephen's. You can pause the video and read that if you want, or you could buy the print edition. And the king, Charlemagne, collected in the city of Worms, so Vormatium. And don't let it trick you, Rex Vormatium. This is not the name of a king. Rex goes with Carolus, Vormatium goes with Urbem. He collected in the city of Worms the elders, or the noblemen of the Franks, to a general council, with whom he might wage a war, or with whom he decided, so de crevet, so he decided to aggrederetur, to be attacking the Saxons in war. Quoniam, so since, inasmuch now, as the borders of the Saxons, so Saxonum there is plural genitive, so the borders or the nearby places of the Saxons laid by the Franks to the kind of northern land. And if we look at the map again, here's the Franks, here's the Saxons, they're to the north. We return. Vix limite certo divise gintes fines, ulteriusque cohaerent. So scarcely with a certain limit, so scarcely with certain boundaries, the borders were divided of either people, and the borders, divisi goes with here, so scarcely being divided with a certain limit, the borders of either people laid together, cohaerent. So there's this problem of the Frankish land and the Saxon land lies right next to each other, and they don't have a really certain border between them. They don't have like a mountain range or like a super big river or something that divides the lands. So there's often discord that arises. And when we've got fuere here, which is a fun one because that might look to you like it's a infinitive because it ends with ere, but it's the alternative spelling of fuerunt. So when the neighbors went outside of the region, discord made such souls to be joined together. This sentence, in my opinion, is a little rough. I glossed it here as, and thereupon, when the neighbors went further out of the region, discord made their souls to be so separated. My apologies, say Juncta isn't joined together, it's separated. Finitimus serenem paragoros utrimque solebant. So there were accustomed to occur through the fields. Utrimque is on both sides. So on the borders of each sides, there were accustomed to be slaughters, fires, and plunderings. So they lack borders, so there tends to be these kind of cross-border conflicts going on all the time, which isn't good. The nature of the Saxons, so reminder, Saxonum is a plural genitive here, is the nature of the Saxons is ferocious, and they've got hard chests, or stiff necks, you might translate that. Not yet having deemed worthy to bear the jugum suave, the gentle yoke of Christ, they were, or they had been, so fuerant there is in the pluperfect, so they had been excessively subacta, like subverted, subjugated, conquered by the air of demons, or by the demonic air. So the Saxon poet here is pointing out that part of the problem here is there's a religious conflict going on, and that the Saxons aren't Christians, they're still worshiping demons, and therefore that's leading to savage actions that they're taking and leading to border conflicts. And the conflict between the Franks and the Saxons will be a recurring theme within this book of the Vīta Carolī. So that's it for that page. We'll pick up in the next video with the rest of the narrative.